Good morning. It's LP. Thank you for being here with me today, listening to the Morning Minute. I'm happy that you're joining me, that you have interest in what the cards have to say today. Please subscribe wherever you're listening right now. I also have a YouTube channel if you're not there already. Please go there and subscribe as well. Like, comment, and share these videos, especially if you think it would help someone, okay? So I'm using my new deck again, the Anima Mundi. I can't express to you how wonderful it is just to handle these cards. They are such a texture that they just slide and make it very easy to shuffle. And the edging of it is a lot of them have gold edging, but this is just like amazing. So, okay. This entire reading today came out reversed because my deck was reversed. And I was going to upright it. But as I began to think about what these meanings are, I thought, no, I need to read it the way it came out. But I wanted you to have a chance to see what these images look like before I switch them over, before I flip them over. So this is your Seven of Cups. And the picture on it is bioluminescence. So it's all of these creatures that glow in the dark, okay? Which is pretty amazing and interesting because this is a card about choices and false choices. So it's like, being in a space where there's not really a lot of sunlight, so things aren't really very clear. And it implies kind of like a dreamlike situation, okay? Then this is your Six Wands in this card, or in this deck. And Six of Wands is represented by the nasturtium, this beautiful, deep red flower that I just absolutely think is gorgeous. This card is just so gorgeous. I'm going to give you a good look at it. It's beautiful. And this card is Six Wands is always about kind of a triumph, sort of a celebration of a victory that you've had. And it is like public recognition and it being celebrated, okay? Remember, all of these were reversed though. Then we have Four Cups. Four Cups is about closing off and refusing offers. And this is a hermit crab. And then you have your Knight of Pentacles. And Knight of Pentacles is always a very methodical, earthly, considering person who can miss opportunities because they are so busy being overly prepared for any possible thing that they might miss the opportunity altogether. So this is Knight of Pentacles, and he's represented by a gray wolf. So you have all of these messages. And reversals aren't necessarily the opposites, but they're just, they influence it in some way. So we have some choice that, some decision that is unclear. We have some lack of victory, some lack of celebration. We have some perhaps an opening too much, perhaps a situation where you are making yourself too exposed. And then I would say you might be not carefully considering things well enough. So let's take it from the top. So, Seven of Cups reversed is, it's confusing. When it's upright, you think you have these choices, and it seems pretty clear that you have choices, and you just aren't aware that some of them are false choices, or are unsafe for you. And in this situation, with it reversed, you're confused. There's a lot of things being thrown at you that you are not clear on how you should proceed. You feel like you maybe, someone may be distracting you from real options or the real issue. You might be really dreamy, really daydreamy, not very focused, not very clear. This is a card about clarity. So, someone is confused about what is real and sort of living in a space of fantasy, or if not fantasy, because that implies that it's somewhat wonderful, like just not reality. Someone's just not sitting in reality right now. They're really flighty. They're really sleepy. I get sleepy. They are being tempted by things that are not good for them, and they're confused. And they've come out of a situation where they took a hit. Somebody had a fail or a less than resounding victory. And it's creating like a lot of self-doubt, and it's attaching you to your ego. You're feeling, like people didn't see the work that you did that was good and right. So it's this dark reading. I mean, it definitely is a dark reading. You're confused. You are you have this confusion, and you have this self-doubt, and now you have this I don't want to say a failure, but something that didn't come to plan as you wanted it to, that is creating more self-doubt for you. And you might not understand what happened because you're not seeing clearly. You're not seeing clearly what happened in this area where you made choices. You were tempted by things that were false choices, and you're not sure what happened, and it's really starting to it's made you really doubt yourself. Okay? So this self-doubt has created a space that you're sitting in that is aloof, disconnected. You're feeling isolated. You are missing opportunities that are coming along, because I think that you're jaded from this situation where you were maybe fooled, you were maybe duped, and you are you've almost like despondent. The word despondent came in. You feel inactive, and you feel like sheltering yourself in your shell, and you're sort of bored, you're apathetic, you're and you might be missing new opportunities, and this card would indicate that as well. Because the Knight of Pentacles, this, like I said, when he's upright, he misses opportunities. In reversed, it's like the negative aspects of those compounded, sort of the Knight of Pentacles. Of, you know, he's so lost in thought that he doesn't get a chance to move a lot. You know, he's too busy weighing things. So I think these two cards definitely reinforce each other. Because this being reversed was about confusion, and this being reversed is a sense of restlessness. And so you have this restlessness that's fighting with this withdrawal, and you have this confusion that's being compounded by your self-doubt. There was something that felt like failure to you. And you're confused, you're doubting yourself, you're withdrawing, and, you know, now you are feeling just restless and anxious because you've been in this withdrawn state and have, you know, it's not a comfortable space you're sitting in at all. It just feels icky. So I'm going to use, I have this other new little oracle deck. It's very tiny. This is called the Little Red Riding Hood Oracle Guide. I fell in love with it. It's just this, it's 25 cards, and it uses imagery from Little Red Riding Hood as guidance. And I think it's pretty cool. So I'm going to get you some guidance from the Little Red Riding Hood Oracle deck. This is by the Dark Exact. Okay, stand by. So you got the stones here. And the meaning of the stones is teamwork, a passive approach, and a solid plan. So what sticks out to me is the solid plan. I feel that there is, you're frozen in space. You're frozen right now because you have not, you have this confusion that has made it nearly impossible for you to know what's next. So I think that it's in your best interest to try to develop a real plan, a solid plan. Try to pull yourself out of this confusion and this self-doubt. You need to perhaps begin working with others. Try to break out of this withdrawal state that you've been in, and make sure that you are not standing so still that you aren't moving. And part of this apathy and this boredom and this discontent and this withdrawal and this confusion can all be helped by creating a solid plan. Making solid next moves, even if your goals going forward are small. Make them achievable. Have some small victories. Do some things that you can do to start to pull yourself out of this feeling of self-doubt. This is the biggest problem here. Because you fell for some illusion, you're doubting your judgment, and that in it, had you withdraw, and now you're angsty. You're itching to get back out. You're itching to get going again. And so make a solid plan for yourself. Take tiny steps, but plan those steps and then have success in achieving them. Okay? All right. I hope this helps someone. Have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.